young gentleman, 29 years old, who came in a couple of weeks ago. I haven't provided a case update in a little bit. I just wanted to get more information before I present it again. This is, let me just have the camera just 1 second so I can. So, this is the diabetic patient who came in to see us a couple of weeks ago. Heavy smoker. He has not smoked in. ¿Cuándo fue la última vez? 3 semanas, no? Yeah. He has not smoked. He stopped smoking 3 weeks ago. Okay. We went ahead and the nail eventually, central portion came off. The two, we removed the medial and lateral borders as well at the beginning. But now there's, again, no nail. This is where he nicked himself, right, on the side. And that's what basically just ignited this whole snowball effect. He did see my cousin, who just so happens to be an endovascular surgeon, the plumber, last week. Okay. Let me hand this back to Melissa here. We'll start off with the report of the MRI. The report, just verbatim, so everyone, I'm going to hold it down here. There's no, okay, no, here, osteomyelitis, bone infection versus post-traumatic edema. So we're sort of in a squeeze. So there's a possibility of bone infection, but the radiologist is saying that because of all of the trauma, everything that's been going on, the infection, the procedures, that the bone, right? We have two bones in the great toe, the proximal and distal, right? 1 and 2. That obviously the distal one has either bone infection or just inflammation in the bone. And it's unfortunate because now it becomes, even though there are other ways that we can identify with certainty whether this is bone infection or not, such as what? Such as, blood work, such as ultimately, the standard of care is a bone biopsy. Basically take a little piece of the bone and then we send it out to have it analyzed. And that may, I've always said, always go with a gold standard. So we may need to potentially, after the other Wagner, my cousin, his recommendations. Now it's very interesting, and then after he does what he needs to do, then I'll go in and then take a little piece of the bone and send that out for analysis. The kicker, there's a possibility, and we're gonna find out this week after he has what we call, he's gonna have a CT angiogram, a mapping, basically, of the arterial system of his lower extremities. Now there's a condition extremely rare that he was maybe born with that they never knew in Cuba. I'm not going to say the name because we're not sure, but he was maybe born with this congenital defect. And we're going to find out this week if that's the case. If that's the case, then I will present the congenital defect, and then everything will make a lot of sense of why this is not healing, why the foot is still a little bit, congested and a little bit red. So we're definitely far from out of the woods at this point. I did disclose to him right now that there's a very, very high likelihood that he may end up losing a portion of the toe. Le estoy diciendo que hay la posibilidad que pueda perder un poquito del dedo. De lo que hablamos, there's a possibility he may end up losing a portion. Melissa, just here. If he does have indeed bone infection, even if we can, just the tip of the toe, but I'd rather him lose the tip of the toe than lose the whole foot from here, right? What we call a transmetatarsal or even an entire ray resection. I want to remind everyone that he already lost the right great toe. And there's a possibility that the surgeons in Cuba were not aware of at the core of the problem. He was really fortunate and lucky, so to speak, and I hate to use that word. He was lucky that that was able to heal with no intervention, right, on the other side. So I will definitely keep everyone afloat. Number one, no more smoking. There's only one way to stop people. The way that he did it. Hay una forma de parar, como lo hiciste tú. ¿Cómo lo hiciste?
Yeah.
Cold turkey. There's no other way. From one day to the next, poof. That's the only way. And he did it. And he's doing it. Your life or the cigarettes? La vida or el cigarrillo?